Hey guys, it's your girl Everything's Me, and I'm back with another video. So have you guys been, I know you guys have been hearing about what's going on in Mexico. So they just do, it says right here that the U.S. warns against travel to parts of Mexico due to crime. So really right now, guys, if you are planning a trip over there, I will cancel it and plan to go somewhere else, because they said right now Mexico is like going to Iraq or Afghanistan. It's very bad. It's a lot of kidnappings. Look at this tourist kidnapped in Mexico, had foot hat with machete. It's just crazy. Like, look at this. It's crazy. Travel warning issued among Cancun crime spree. Now they just had a incident over there where a resort was stormed. A gunman started shooting, and 7 Americans were unalive. I'm telling you guys, just don't go over there. Don't go over there. It is not safe over there. That's why they're giving you all these warnings. Now, if you want to go over there and risk your life, go ahead. Go right ahead. But I already warned you, and the U.S. is already warning you. So if anything happens, you can't blame anybody but yourself. It says the Cancun that tourists don't often see soaring um, murders amongst. There was another one. Y'all know those 5 cartel members. Y'all remember the 4 black people that went to Mexico? The lady was going to get a BBL, and the cartel members thought that they were part of some kind of gang. It's always they think he's part of some kind of gang. It's ridiculous. But look at all this. It is not safe to travel to Mexico. Spring breakers on high alert. 30 to 32 Mexican states under U.S. travel advisory. 30 to 32 Mexican states. It's not safe over there at all. So let's watch this. It says family speaks out about alleged danger at a Mexican resort.
Ready for a new career? Get ATI ready by learning the skills you need to become an automotive service technician.
We're going to begin this half hour now with those allegations from a Wisconsin family who believe their daughter died after drinking tainted alcohol at a resort in Mexico. We're also now hearing of another American couple who suspect they were drugged or served tainted alcohol at a different Mexican resort. ABC's Gio Benitez is here with a closer look. Good morning, Gio.
George, good morning to you. It was a family vacation that turned into a family tragedy. After just 2 hours in Playa del Carmen this January, 20-year-old Abby Connor and her 23-year-old brother Austin ended up unconscious, face down in the resort pool. Abby died just days later. Now this morning, more families are speaking out with their Mexican vacation stories. It was at the Iberostar Paraíso Resort in Playa del Carmen where Abby Connor was found floating in a pool and her brother got a concussion. He doesn't remember what happened, and there were reportedly no cameras. But this morning, their family questioning if tainted alcohol at the resort could have contributed to the tragedy. And now other American families are coming forward.
I thought I was dying.
Jamie and Rick Valerie stayed at another resort in 2015. The couple telling the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel they both blacked out after a few drinks from the resort's beach bar.
I thought I was dying because I couldn't get out of whatever state of mind I was in. You couldn't wake up. I remember thinking, how are my 6 kids going to find out? And what's going to happen to them?
They say the hotel ignored their complaints. They thought they were drugged.
My hand's broken. And she's just like, oh, no, that doesn't happen here. We've never had anything like that go on.
Responding to Abby Connor's death, the Iberostar's parent company telling the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, we only purchase sealed bottles that satisfy all standards required by the designated regulatory authorities. We are deeply saddened by this incident and reiterate our deepest sympathies and condolences to the family.
I believe the resorts are trying to hide the fact that the day.
About that, I would say bring your own liquor, your own little thing of liquor. Don't purchase any liquor from over there. Mexico, like the Mexico resorts, like you guys are really looking bad. You guys are in a bad light, and I feel like you guys don't even care. It's gonna come a time where you're not gonna have no tourists coming to your resorts, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna go out of business. So the people at the resort, whoever owns that stuff, needs to get it together, because I just feel like they don't even care about nothing that's going on.
Exist. Maureen Webster created the website Mexico Vacation Awareness about the potential risks when traveling to these resorts after her 22-year-old son Nolan's unconscious body was pulled from a waist-deep resort pool and he later died. She says a nurse tried to help her son, but the hotel doctor pulled him away, saying he was just drunk, which Webster denies.
All the cases that I've received on my website, the resorts are quick to blame the guests. I promise I'm not stopping until something changes.
Webster says she started the website around the same time TripAdvisor, a travel site used by nearly 400 million visitors each month, refused to publish her reviews, saying it did not meet requirements. TripAdvisor telling ABC News, our guidelines state that every review must be based on a first-hand experience and relevant to other travelers. It's important that anyone who suspects foul play or illegal activity contact the local authorities. But the Valeries this morning say no review will convince them to return to Mexico.
There is physical and emotional consequences that will never be able to leave us.
And we should tell you, the State Department's latest travel notice on travel to Mexico makes no mention of concern for vacationers at all-inclusive resorts. Meanwhile, the family of Abby Connor told us overnight many people have reached out to them with their own stories, that their greatest hope is that together they will finally get answers and help keep this from happening again.
Yeah, we should hope so. Okay, Gio, thanks very much. Let's talk now to Dan Abrams. He's back along.
Okay, so I'm not listening to anything he's saying. I'm saying, do not go over to Mexico. I would never go. It's just too risky. It's just too risky to go over there. I mean, look at all this stuff. Mexican kidnapping investigation reveals new disturbing details. U.S. Department issues Mexican travel warning. I think this is the new video, shows deadly shooting at Cancun resort. It was just a recent one that just happened too. Bird watching tourists in Mexico get stopped by gunmen. See, it's all this stuff. I was kidnapped at the U.S. Mexican border. Who would go to a place like this? That makes absolutely no. You see all these warnings, and you still gonna go over there to travel. You still gonna go over there to travel? Like, come on. Look at this. This is crazy. It's even some at the bottom. Wife of public defender who died at Mexican resort speaks. Okay, let's watch that one. Let me see. Let's watch that one. We'll watch a little bit of it.
What fulfills you in the morning? Does your soul sing when you jumpstart your day with a mission? Ours does. And when the renovations team renovates and repurposes vehicles for a greater cause, they start their day.
Our exclusive interview with the wife of a California attorney who died while vacationing in Mexico, sharing new details about what happened that night and why she thinks he was killed. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, has the story. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Kim Williams and Elliot Blair were both lawyers at the public defender's office in Orange County, California. They had it all planned out. They had bought a house. They were planning on having 2 kids. And they went to a resort in Mexico to celebrate their 1-year anniversary when Elliot suffered a mysterious death. Now, Mexican authorities ultimately concluded that this was an accident, but Kim and her attorney now insist that Elliot was murdered. We have to warn you that some of the images you're about to see are graphic.
He was my rock, my everything.
This morning, the wife of California public defender Elliot Blair breaking her silence about the mystery surrounding her husband's death in a Mexican resort last month.
I still can't go in a bed. I sleep on the couch because the last time I was in a bed, I was woken up to find my husband dead.
Elliot and his wife, Kimberly Williams, were celebrating their 1-year wedding anniversary at Rosarito's Las Rocas resort when Elliot was found dead in the middle of the night. When police arrived, Did you ask what happened? Did they tell you what happened?
Accident, suicide, gunshot wound. It was a roller coaster.
Suicide.
Suicide. It's just, I mean, everything under the sun, except for what I think happened. Someone did this to him.
Local authorities later concluding that Elliot drunkenly fell from the resort's low balcony seen in these photos. But his wife Kim believes something much more sinister happened that last day together. She says they woke up late, got massages, had a margarita by the beach while watching the sunset.
I just remember him telling me how beautiful I looked that night.
They then grabbed dinner at a local restaurant and finally went to dancing. This is the last video Kim has of Elliot. But on their way back to the resort, Kim says they were pulled over by the Rosarito Beach police, who claimed they rolled through